Nailing the sounds of minimal deep tech is difficult. Artists like White Off, The Beat Boys, and Wheats make it seem so simple within their track. Clean low end, glitchy percussion, and groovy drums. But that's not enough information to help you understand how to make this style of music. So in this video, I'm going to break down my latest minimal deep tech track, which sounds a bit like this. So let's get stuck into Ableton. So let's start with one of the most difficult aspects of minimal deep tech music, the low end. It can be really hard to distinguish what is actually going on in some of the low end of the tracks that you're listening to, because it's so sub-dominant and there's all of these low end bass hits that you just can't work out what actually is going on. And to be honest, it's more simple than you think. So step number one is having the right kick. A lot of the time, the kicks in this style are clean and punchy. They often have a sharp transient and top end, but a nice clean bottom and low end. So for this style of track, I opted for layering two different types of kick. I have this kick, which does a lot of my low end work. And then I have a top kick that does the top end work. On top of that, I've also added in this kick for some accent hits. So this helps improve the groove of just the kick alone. And that's it. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated for minimal deep tech kicks. Just remember, you want a noticeable transient and a clean low end. Then pick your desired length if you want a more boomy kick like this one, or a shorter kick in other tracks, and there you go, that's all you need. Now for the low end, you want to make sure that you're picking a very deep sub bass. A lot of the times I see people using stuff like Sting to sequence their bass for minimal deep tech. Now it's not to say that it can't work, but most of the time it doesn't, because what you need is less deviation between the notes to create that really rolling, rumbling sub bass. So for example, in this track, you can actually see I've just opted for a one note bass line, and every now and again I bring it up and it works perfectly well. So let me just play the bass line for you to show you exactly what it sounds like. And the groove is really coming from the actual pattern, not necessarily the melody. And this is where lots of people get confused within this style of house music, because they watch tutorials from other people making tech house, let's say, and it's more about the melody instead of the pattern. It's a big difference in style. So let me play it with the kick so you can hear exactly what's going on. And you'll see what I mean. It's more about the pattern than that rolling continuous rumble, rather than it having some kind of catchy melody. The catchiness of these type of tracks often come from other areas of a track, such as vocals, synths, or percussion. Now, I can already hear you screaming at the screen. The preset for this one is sub 808 boosted, and it works absolutely perfectly for this style. So now let's move on to the drums within a minimal deep tech track. This type of track really thrives on simplistic, minimalistic drums. So all you're going to need is a nice sounding clap. I recommend using a shorter clap for this kind of style. It just often works better. Now, completely optional, but you can then layer in some groove claps. Almost think of these as like your snares, but you're just trying to use different clap sample to emphasize the groove. And then you could add a modulated clap. I typically use these at the end of every 4 or 8 bar phrases, and it sounds a bit like this. How you go about doing this: get any old clap sample, go and grab a delay, change it to the time setting, and then put the milliseconds around about 30 and to ping pong, and there you go. It'll sound like this. You could also try adding reverbs or delays to make different types of modulated claps. It'll give you a slight different effect. When it comes to the hi-hats, most of my hi-hats have been programmed in within this one MIDI channel. I have a main offbeat hi-hat, layered, a 2-step pattern, and then one hi-hat at the beginning of every 4-bar phrase for a bit of variation. Dead simple, but it works, and that's all you really need. Then every now and again, I chuck in an open hi-hat to help pick up the energy of the groove. And the main thing when adding open hi-hats for minimal tech tracks is to make sure you bring down the sustain or the transient. So if I go into the clip settings, you can see the transient marker I've changed to the one arrow down and brought it around to 50. This just really helps fit it within that minimalistic, short, snappy style of drum groove that you want to make. So now let's move on to another extremely important part of any minimal deep tech track, the percussion and the glitches. How I go about making this is I split it up into 2 groups. I have a core groove and then just a general percussive group hit. The core groove is what it says. It is the core fundamental groove playing throughout the entire track. If I zoom out, you can see that most of these clips from this group are playing from beginning to end. It sounds a bit like this. I would have created this by finding loops within sample packs and just having them continuously play looped over a short amount of time. As you can see, most of these loops are only 1 bar in length, and that's what keeps it very repetitive, rolling, and carries that core groove throughout the entire track. Then we can move on down to the perk channels. So these are just one-shots I would have cut out from either samples or different drum rack to create a nice groove that is accenting the core groove. So these alone sound like this. And they just add a nice bit of cool and response and variation with the core groove. Combine that with the drums and it all sounds like this. The core groove and the percussion is what I see a lot of people neglect within my Artist Blueprint program because they think they need to jump to the next step, which is ear candy and random effects. So the ear candy and random effects sound a bit like this. And the reason why a lot of people skip to this step first before building out some kind of core groove is because really this is what you're mainly paying attention to within these styles of tracks. All of those random glitch hits, which sound really interesting and catch your ear, means you're distracted from the core groove. And if you don't have any underlying core groove, sometimes it just sounds random for the sake of being random and not actually adding to the track. So something to be really careful and cautious of when you're making this style. Now for me, when I'm adding my ear candy effects, the easiest and the best thing to do is just rely on samples from sample packs. Pick up a loop, drag it in, drop it in and put it at a random position and then find nice individual hits that just play within the groove that you've already created. You can then also try a resampling technique, which is this sample down here, which means I would have grouped all my effects, put an effect on the group, such as a audio effect rack, manipulated it, recorded it down to audio, and then it plays in like so. So altogether, our ear candy, perks, core groove, and our drums are sounding like this. And then when you combine that with some drum fills as well, it really helps emphasize the groove with the randomness and the variation to expand out to a full 5.5, 6 minute track. For the drum fills, keep it simple, rely on samples again, but just space these out a bit more compared to your ear candy and random glitches. So with the drum fills, the groove now sounds a bit like this. So let's move on to the synths for any type of minimal deep tech track. A lot of the synths within this style are often just bass hits. They're not necessarily melodies, they're not overly complicated. They can all stem from something that you would use for a bass, but you just remove the low end, maybe add a bit of stereo imaging with the likes of Chorus or an Imager plugin, and just use that to emphasize the groove. For this track, I've kept it very minimalistic. I haven't gone too crazy, but in other tracks I've made sure that the bass hits are actually creating a bit more of a melody. So this one is just a sample, which sounds great. This one here is a bass hit, which I've just automated to rise up every now and again. Same with this one down here. And then this one down here. All of these are coming from the UAD Opal Morphing Synth, really cool synth from the UAD bundle, which is my favorite subscription. We've actually just done a full deep dive of the UAD Spark collection inside Serotonin Studio. If that sounds of interest to you, then you can check it out in the links below. But for this track, we didn't need to overcomplicate it. We're just almost using the synths as a bit of ear candy to carry the track along. Then, of course, we have the vocals. For any type of minimal deep tech track, it often leans into the minimalistic approach and finding a catchy, very short phrase and manipulating that in different ways. So for me, the short, catchy phrase I found was this one here. I felt it worked right for the track, very catchy, super hypnotic, but super simple at the same time. I then gone ahead and found ways of manipulating this, so I cut off the end pieces. I then find other areas of a cappella to cut out, like this piece. And this piece over here. So I haven't really done too much to this vocal. No crazy stretching, glitches, anything like that. Simplicity is sometimes the best option. Then I went ahead and used some vocals for accent hits, which I just found in sample packs. Mainly just to add a bit more atmosphere to the track, so it sounds like this. And because this plays quite a static pattern, I made sure to add a auto filter to this and turn on the LFO and rate. So this filter slightly moves up and down. So every single time this vocal plays, it sounds ever so slightly different. Then the last part of the vocal is this effect up here. And again, it just worked well with the vibe of the track. Vocals for minimal deep tech tracks don't need to be over thought or over complicated. Remember, it's just a beat with random modulation and noises. It doesn't necessarily need to tell a story or evoke emotion. It just needs to fit the style of a beat. If it's a dark, hypnotic beat like this one, the vocal needs to match that vibe. If it's maybe more of a upbeat peak time track, then your simple minimalistic vocal hook just needs to match that as well. But like I said, don't deep it. Try adding different vocals like I have in here and just seeing how it comes out. And of course, just like in any house track, you have a lot of sound effects. I find for the minimal deep tech genre, you're probably going to have more sound effects than any other because it helps create that atmosphere, vibe, and the weirdness to the track, such as with sound effects like this. All of these weird atmospheric sound effects that you add within the track will compound on each other to emphasize that dark, modulated, underground feeling within the tracks. But they don't need to be overcomplicated at the same time either. As you can see, these are just all one-shots from sample packs that I've collected over time. So altogether, the track sounds a bit like this. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this track breakdown. If you've been struggling to make minimal deep tech music just like this, then don't worry, you can have a look at my Artist Blueprint program, which is my one-to-one mentorship offering, which is completely personalized and specific to the sound and style that you need. I've had years of experience tutoring and making this style. So if it's something you've been struggling with, then click on the link down below, book in for a free consultation call. I can show you around the program and exactly how I can help you progress and become the artist you always envisioned. Anyways, I'll catch you on that call very soon. If not, I'll see you in another video.